What's going on, Paisanos? V here. Come at you guys. Well, with another market watch today. My voice is a lot clearer. I feel a lot better. And I really want to do this market watch to really go over a lot of cards that I'm personally buying right now. And go over what I think you should be looking at, number one. Number two, stay tuned to the end of the video where I'll have a special card and a bit of a rant on why I think it's going to be a card that you're going to want to grab as soon as possible. And of course, the most important thing is, why is so many voices decks topping? I mean, the answer is simple. It's right in front of you because no one's running this card. A lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players in the beginning of the format were running Triple Tactics Talent. And for the most part, Voices players were getting smacked left and right. But being the fact that a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players, especially if you look at the previous YCS 3v3, have taken the talents out their deck, well, now we're seeing different stats. Think about it. You play against Voices Voice, you play talent, you take their monster, and you basically win. Baiting that deck is insanely easy because in order for that to play, actually, its goal is to have an omni negate that it could do on your turn. So once again, I do think that the minute we see this card make a resurgence into the TCG, more than likely at 2s and 3s, we're going to see Voices kind of calm down. Now, why is that important, you might ask? Well, if you're looking to buy Voices Max Rarity, my answer to you is do not buy it right now. At least the core. We'll talk about another card I think you should pick up, but at least the core. It makes no sense. For those who are looking to buy talents, well, Triple Tactics Talent Starlight Rare, which is the highest rarity version, it's currently roughly around $324. Now, this card is not going to go down in value. I think it already went down in value already, besides the QCR prints. I'm talking about in generality, as players have taken this deck card out their main deck, fire players mostly. But this card will more than likely come back, especially because how many hand traps you're running? Oh, 15 hand traps? Like, what are you doing? I do think the mini opponent has knowledge, even if you open, let's say, like 4 hand traps and 1 actual playable card. If I play talents against you after 1 hand trap and have knowledge of your entire hand and can cherry pick one of those 4 other cards, there's no way you can beat me. It's impossible. So once again, I do think Talents is one of the better cards. Obviously, if you don't want to buy Starlight, the other highest rarity is going to be the QCR, which looks really good still, minus the ugly lettering. I mean, you really can't see here, but the only problem with my QCRs I ever have is the gold lettering. It looks atrocious. But with that said, the card's $57 for a QCR. Really good price for this card, to be honest with you. And of course, if you want the card cheaper, you can get the ultra rares as low as like $2. Same with like super rares, $2 to $3 each. So this, in my opinion, is the reason why we saw so many Voices Voice decks top this past weekend, and another reason why we're probably not gonna see Voices Voice decks top up until the release of the next core set, as long as players maintain playing talents in the main deck. Branded Fusion. So for Voices Voice plays, branded voices are starting to get a resurgence. I don't think it's that good. I think pure branded's good, and I do think Branded Fusion and brand itself will still get the players to top a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh events, because a lot of players disrespect branded and then they lose to it and then wonder what the hell happened. But if you're looking to play branded in general, or maybe you still want to play branded voices, no big deal. This ultimate rare card price is roughly around about $38 to $39. And of course, you're going to need 3 of them. With that said, listen, this is the one you want to grab. You want the swirl. Now you're probably going, V, I don't care if it's swirl or no swirl. That's cool. But if you want to get rid of this card, the one that everyone's going to want is going to want to have the swirl. You see right there? The non-swirl, this one over here, and I'm not sure if this non-swirl, this is the best angle I get it. But there's a non-swirl and there's a swirl. The swirl will have better trade value, better sell value. Get this one. You have a choice of buying any. Do not blind buy this card, is what I'm trying to tell you as well. Because if you get this crappy non-swirl and you get, like, let's say you get like 1 of these but 2 of these, you'll have 1 card everyone will want and 2 cards people will still want, but they can look around more. Seriously, I don't know why Konami's doing this shit. It's really grimy. They said Ultimate Rare is the highest you can get in OTS packs. And then there's the swirls that are a little bit harder to get. Like, they've shorted us so fucking badly. In our OTS packs, we have to struggle to hopefully pull the better ultimate rare of the same exact card. I mean, I'm just, what can you do? What can you do? Konami, that's new level of scummy, bro. That's like next level, like, scumbaggery by Konami. And this is something that, once again, no one's really talking about, but it's so incredibly fucked up. It's mind-blowing. It's like, imagine the next set, there's the QCR with the gold lettering that looks like ass, and there's a QCR with the secret lettering, some might say Starlight Rare, that version. Well, which one do you want? It's the same fucking card, of course it is, and it's the same rarity theoretically, but this one's just better than that one. Get fucked if you pull the shittier one. So once again, Konami, we do back to back on this one. Thank you. I did not think you could get that grimy, and you did it without saying a fucking word. Konami literally said no press statement. They just said, here, get fucked, you fucking plebs. Like, wow. Okay. Anyway, product extravagance might be the card you might want to consider picking up, being the fact that it's so dirt cheap right now. Look at the price. In the past 3 months, it went from roughly around $18 to where it is roughly around $15. I just recently ordered 3 of these, by the way. The reason why is because obviously if Pot of Prosperity gets hit, this is going to be our best alternative. And in OCG, they're already doing that. If you're playing Voice, you better have this card. It doesn't matter what rarity, I guess, but you better have this card in general. Now, Pot of Extravagance have a bunch of printings. We'll check it out in a bit. Once again, I think the QCR is the best version. There's the Collector's Rare, which has tanked. Now, not too badly, because we want a first edition of Collector's Rare. It's still roughly around $68, but let's be real. Collector's Rare, all they are is a QCR waiting room. I talked about this before. This is why I refuse to get Bonfires beyond Ultra Rare. I might trade up a little bit and pay a little extra for the CRs, but I'm not going to go ahead and just flat out buy something that if it got a QCR print, the CR version would tank. We've seen this again and again and again and again. And with Pot of Extravagance, if you did get the CR, it probably looks nice. But let's be real, people really want this card. The price of the QCR is going to spike up, not the CR. The CR would go down in value if this card saw play, as the QCR risen in value. And of course, you got the pod collection, aka the 50% pizza machine, pizza store, 50% sticker machine version of the card. It's went down in value. It's a joke, $12. The pod collection, by the way, hold on. This is my favorite part. The pod collection actually went up in value, $235. All right. And then if you go to eBay, let's run over to eBay for real quickly. If you go to eBay, you can go ahead and see the pod collection stuff. I mean, pod collection Yu-Gi-Oh? I saw it somewhere cheap. I'm not sure it was here. Oh, here it is. Look at that. Yeah, it was here. The pod collection. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. $155. Yikes. Now, this is the Japanese version, okay? If you want the regular, it's $250. It's still dirt, let's be real. Like, nobody's freaking out over the pot collection. And this is something I think Konami's been doing a lot lately. It's not a pot collection. This is something Konami's doing a lot lately. I know some of these are Japanese, but real talk, nobody wants these. These things are ugly. I think with the pot collection, it's almost the same thing with that suitcase where you get the, I think it was like the Blue Eyes. Konami's doing this thing where they're like shilling to the Yu-Gi-Oh player base, but they're shilling memorabilia. And that, in the beginning, it's always crazy. Memorabilia, if you know, guys know about sports cards, I was around in the 90s when the sports boom and the sports tank, where memorabilia was everywhere. It was insane, and it was money. But so much of it was dumped into the market, the value of memorabilia tanked. Like, I remember years ago, I was really young, you get a part of a jersey of, like, Ken Griffey Jr., and that was like a super duper chase, and it was worth a lot of money, and everybody wanted it. Now, not so much. And I feel like with this Yu-Gi-Oh memorabilia, Konami has to like shill in Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and nobody really cares even. Because if you really want this pot card, if you really want a card like Pride of Prosperity, the memorabilia version, by the way, which is way less, and of course it is, you're going to just go here to TCG Player, you're going to click on it and buy the exact card you want. $28? Cool. This is the most expensive version of the card at a pot collection. This is the one everybody, oh, sorry, no. In case you want Pot of Greed, which, it's alright, but the Ultimate Rare is better. But then there's Pot of Prosperity, which is the second best card, is $28. So once again, I think memorabilia in Yu-Gi-Oh is going to be always on the decline, and will continue to be on the decline. I think when they first released that, what was it, the Blue Eyes Dragon, I think it was, the plaque, that was the height, and everything else goes lower. And it will continue to go lower because, let's be honest with ourselves, Yu-Gi-Oh! Memorabilia is only worth it if it's really hard to get in totality. Hopefully that makes any sense to anybody out there. All right, moving forward, Pot of Prosperity Starlight Rare. I made a post about this and everyone freaked out. They're like, V, don't buy this card. It's going to get hit in the ban list. Ban list came, didn't get hit, and we moved on with life. Recently, I bought 2 of these. I'm going to be buying a third one soon. The value hey, listen, when you told me guys not to buy it, it was about roughly 250. The value is about 224, so thanks, appreciate that. But real talk, I still think it's a great card to buy. Even if this card was to get hit in the bans, it's still really hard to get Starlight Rare. It's one of the best pot cards in the game. The chances of coming off the ban list is always going to be apparent, and I do think that even though this is a great card, I think we have a lot more worse cards in the game right now. I'm looking at you, Brandon players. All right, that puppet lot is fucked up. Even more so, the fact that you just got to reprint a puppet card, so now you can do it a lot easier and cheaper. And fire players, I'm not even looking at you. You know what you did. Looking at Programmable Prosperity, I think this is probably the weakest card, being the fact that it only helps non-fire decks, and fire is probably arguably the best and most problematic archetype in the game right now. So I'm probably going to be picking up a third one of these soon. Like I said, I just recently ordered 2, but I definitely think this is a great card. All right, up next, Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. So believe it or not, in the OCG, yes, fire is still the best, and Snake Eyes is up there. Voices are right there, right there. And we also have this thing called Dragons. Dragons got new support, and one of the best cards to beat Dragons is Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. Now, check this out. Well, even look, the past month even, it's been declining in value within the past month. It went from $110 to where it is right now, being roughly around $82. $82 for a card which is going to start to see meta relevance. That is a hand trap, max rarity in an OTS pack. I don't have to really spell anything else out other than that, even though I kind of just did. If you don't want to spend this much money for Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, no big deal. It'll more than likely get a QCR soon, so you can be patient and get a cheaper version. I don't blame you. $1 for Prismatics? Give me 3. But there will be a QCR. The ultimate price might go down a little bit, but in my perspective, I think, and this is what I really do think, with the next set, if we do get a QCR Ghost Ogre, ultimates will go down a little bit. QCR will come out, be a lot of money, and then immediately just pump down all the way to the floor, and then go back up once I start seeing play. I think Ultimate Rare will see more value than the QCR, if that makes any sense. But looking at it, I do think Ultimate Rare Ghost Ogre Snow Rabbit is a great card. In the OCG, they run 2, so I'm not sure if you need to get 3, but if you're looking to buy Ultimate Rares, I would get at least 2. All right. Once again, go back to that dragon deck. Trident Dragion is a card you might want to go ahead and pick up. Its price has been increasing because in Edison format, it is seeing play. Now, if you want to go ahead and grab a first version of this card, no big deal. It's about $118. God damn, son. I thought I once sold, by the way, the card's roughly around $200 a copy. Unless you want a Korean, even though you have English filters here, TCG players still doesn't know what the fucking Korean is not English or English is not Korean. Anyway, looking at this card, obviously this is the Ultimate Rare. This is the hardest to get. It came out of Raging Battle, but you can still get other versions of it, but you're going to get fucked by the market. Once again, if you're looking to play Dragon soon, you're going to need this card, so you got 2 options, die or be killed, like choose. Once again, looking at the card over here, it's roughly around $30 for a first version like you played. You're going to need this version, okay? You're going to need this card. There's no like, V, I don't need it now. You're right, you might need it now, but when you want to play Dragons with the next coming set with the release of a new product that will help Dragon decks, yeah, you will need this card. Once again, 2 options, die or be killed, says Konami. One card I noticed that from the YCS3 that didn't get talked about is Deck Lockdown. We main 3 and draw Lockbird, but what if you went first and you did your full combo, whatever deck you played, and then you just played Deck Lockdown? No matter what deck you're playing, that's a pretty insane thing. Think about it. Playing fire, you go full combo, Deck Lockdown. You play against anything else, they're going to be at an immediate disadvantage. You didn't play a hand trap, but you kind of did. This card's really good, and obviously the version I'm talking about is not a Dual Overlord. This is the highest rarity version. It's $1.65, dude. It's dirt. $1.50. Ultimate Baseball Bat Kid is a funny card. Let me read it. Increase attack of this card by 1,000 points for each fire monster on the field other than this card. Once again, it's on the field, period. There's no like, so if you play fire, your opponent plays fire, you just summon this card. Well, let's count all that fire. Send a fire monster other than this card to the graveyard. Inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent's life points. Now, what I like about this card is it's good in time. And what I also like about this card is you just summon it and you just go battle phase. Like, you're not doing a lot. You're just going summon, battle phase. I just like this card a lot. I think it's a really cool card against the Fire King decks. Obviously, this is a hidden tech nobody's really talking about, but it's went up a little bit. The current value of the card's like $3. I don't know. It's a really funny card. I'm not sure if it's gonna work at like a YCS or regionals. Maybe it might, but at locals, you will catch fire players off guard. They will not know what the fuck to do against this card. All right. Up next is Ghostbound Haunted Mansion. Now, once again, this is one of the things where I kind of flipped the script. So, Ghostbound Haunted Mansion Starlight Rare is ideally the highest rarity. It's also $200. It spiked. It used to be around 150. The QCR Ghostbound Haunted Mansion actually went down a little bit in value. If you look over here, it actually went down a good amount and now it's starting to stabilize a little bit. This card's off around $46. So you can buy 3 of these, or you can buy 1 Starlight Rare and still pay extra money. I personally think this is the best value, best bang for your buck. It still has that ugly gold lettering, which I hate. Konami, get that shit sorted on your QCRs. But I think this is the best version. All right. Then we have Lina the Light Charmer Lustrous. This card's starting to see some play, but nobody really cares, but it is. Current value of this card is roughly around $291. Listen, I think Voices Voice players will care about this card more in the next set than they'll care about it now. Take that with what you will. If you're playing Voices Voice, just know that people are going to need this because this card's good only in their mirror match. Oh, cool, you could go line and take your opponent's effect veil if you're playing against fire. It's ass. Nobody cares. It does nothing. But in the mirror match, Lina actually is really good. So, once again, I do think this card's going to see a lot more play once we get some more support for Voices Voice in the mirror match. So in the beginning of the video, I said, you know, against Voices Voice, Talents is the best card, and it is. The second best card, in my opinion, is going to be Kurikara. Now, you're probably going, wait a minute, V. You make Kurikara, that doesn't do anything because Voices Voice gets to reset their board. And you're right. You're 100% right. It's true. But here's the thing. You make Kurikara, and this card's going to have a lot more attack points. Because your opponent is obviously going to proc that other guy who... the main deck monster who returns to the hand, brings out another ritual. Comment down below if you know what I'm talking about. As well as the Omni Negate. So your Kurikara would come out on board, well, with 1500 attack. So it would be 15 times 2. So it's 2 15s plus his base attack. Yeah, I think this is a great card still. I think it's a good chance to side one of these. The Starlight Rare is 130. Now, the Ultimate Rare, which I think does look better, I'll be honest with you. I like the Ultimate. Konami sometimes does make good Ultimate Rares. The Ultimate Rare Kurikara is roughly around $27. With that said, I like the Starlight Rare more for the value. I think Ultimate Rare looks nicer, but Starlight Rare is just ultimately better. It's also a one-of, so why would you not want to buy the good one-of? But it's up to you whether you want to buy high rarity or not high rarity. Once again, I'm not trying to force it on you. I'm just giving you my mentality of why. Because I own the Ultimate Rare and the Starlight. I personally like the Starlight more because it's harder to get. And I like the exclusivity of that. Another card, and here's where I catch your card, is Ritual Beast Ulti-Gaia Pelio. So in the OCG, Ritual Beast got support. In the OCG, Ritual Beasts are really good, actually. And in TCG, nobody knows what the fuck this shit really does. Think about it. Before I said this card's name, did you know how to spell it? Did you know what the card effect does? Do you know what the other card effects do? Exactly. This deck, by the way, can also play Shifter. Yeah, can easily do that. Ritual Beast Ulti-Gaia Pelio. This card over here, once again, first edition, late play near mint. This card right now is roughly around $35. I guarantee you that a lot of players are not going to know what the fuck this does. And when new support for Ritual Beast does come out, which is going to come out, this is going to see play, and you're going to want to get the highest rarity. Now, you don't have to get the Ultra Rare. I'm being sarcastic. You can actually get, I believe it's Ultra Rare. Oh, it had a bunch of other printings. Cool. No. Okay, no, it didn't. Never mind. The Ultra Rare version has also been going up in value. It was roughly around $11. It's currently at about $15. So it is going up more in value, but you pay a little more than double the price. You pay about double the price, you get the Ultimate Rare. It's up to you. This card only came out in Cross Souls as well. You need at least one of these. Some people want to play two, but one I think is more important. Another card is Spiritual Beast Rempengu. This card has been increasing in value. It's an ultimate OTS card. It's currently $9. Going to be $11 soon. It does have another version, which I believe is common. Yeah, it does have common at a Secrets of Eternity. That's it. Once again, so if you want to play Ritual Beast, you want to go ahead and grab these cards soon, because when the new support comes out, I guarantee you people are going to be reading your cards left and right. And when they're reading your cards in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh!, you basically won. Then we have Nibiru. So a lot of people like to get the Nibiru QCRs. I personally like the Ultimate Rare. It has went down in value. It is primed up, but it's also increasing in value as time goes on. The current value of the card right now, well, this guy over here has about $82 for two of them. After that, it's about $90 a copy. Once again, If you don't want the ultimate rare, no big deal. The QCR doesn't look bad. I don't own it, but I've seen it. It's not terrible, but the price isn't good as well. It's about $51. And I guarantee you, the price of the ultimate rare will go up faster than the price of the QCR. I think the price of QCR, and as you can see over here, it has been going up, but the ultimate rare is going to go up a lot faster when this card, well, let's be honest, continues to be one of the most needed cards in the game. So before I get to the card I want to talk about that I said in the beginning of the video, let's talk about Stardust Dragon Ghost Rare for a quick second. I think everyone, if you can get any card, and I don't own this card by the way, at all, I do not own this card, but I'm looking to buy this card. This card's currently roughly around, let's see, first edition. Dude, this guy got it for 1100. That's not bad. It used to be like roughly around 13, maybe 13. You can see over here, 13, 1400. It's about 1100. It's not bad. All right. Anyway, Stardust Dragon and Black Rush Dragon are going to be the ghost rares that everyone's probably going to be looking to pick up or wants to get. And the reason why I'm saying that this is a card you might want to pick up is because if Konami replicates this, the value of the ghost rare might go down very in a small way, but then spike back up. What do you mean by replicate, V? Simple. Konami loves to reprint cards. They love to reprint cards in the same rarity. This card's a lot older to get. It's a lot harder to find. And it's a lot more expensive due to the fact that it's more exclusive. And that's a word I think that we got to start bringing into this game because it's very true. Exclusivity, I can never say that word right, means only certain people will be able to hold this card, let alone own this card, and let alone play with this card. This Yu-Gi-Oh players that will buy this and throw in their binary and be like, I own it. There's Yu-Gi-Oh players that will play. That's me. I'm the competitive collector. I will play with this card. Like, in the essence format, 100%. And the reason why I want to say it, it's like kind of owning a speedboat. You go own a speedboat on dry dock and look like a fucking retard, pointing, going, look, I own it. Me, I'm fucking putting that bitch on full blast. Let's burn the engine out. Fuck it, we'll get another one. Just save up and buy another one. Who cares? But what I'm trying to say is, cards like Stardust Dragon, Konami has tried to just butcher the value and has failed. They released this as a QCR, failed. As a Starlight Rare, failed. They'll probably release this as a QCR. I think they have done it already. I mean, you know what? Let's go check real quick. They're going to fail if they haven't done it. But I'm pretty sure they definitely did do this actually as a QCR. Failed. They have released this card so many times. So there's a Starlight Rare, which used to be $500 on sale. The Ultimate Rare is not bad. I know there's a QCR, dude. Hold on. Yu-Gi-Oh! Great filter CG player. Get together. Fucking dog shit website. There's QCR right here. QCR, $6. Failed. Then again, it was a promo, so good for a promo. I actually own this. This is the one I'm using right now. It's kind of nice. But ultimately, Stardust Dragon Ghost Rare is the best version. The reason why I'm talking about that is because as time goes on, as we keep pulling away from Duelist Genesis' initial release date, which was forever ago, the value and the exclusivity of this card is going to amplify. Not like grow, but amplify. Because more players are going to play this game, more players are going to want this card, and less of these cards are going to be available on the market. And I think that's an opportunity that I want to throw it out there for you guys. Because I'm going to buy this card. I'm going to buy this card. I'm going to buy Black Rose. And I'm going to play with my Edison deck. I'm not going to lie to you. But I do think as time goes on, the opportunity to even see this card would be rare, let alone the opportunity to currently buy this card. Years ago, this card was available for like $75. I'm talking like 2015. $75 for this card. First edition Stardust Dragon, $75. Why is that? Did you ever ask that? Why is that? Because the card stopped seeing play. The card has a nice rarity, but nobody really cares about it as much. And because people are focused on the new rarities. And the card is basically something nobody cares about because it doesn't not only see play, but collectors don't really care about 5Ds. Once again, it's 2015, take that into consideration. With that said, if Konami was to make a new set, call it whatever, we're going to make a new set, try to fucking juice money out of you player base, the set. And they released Ghost Rares in that set, and Stardust Dragon was released as a Ghost Rare, it would still not hold the same value as the Duelist Genesis Stardust Dragon. It just won't. It's impossible. It's almost insulting, actually. And I do think Stardust Dragon Ghost Rare might actually see a dip in price if some people even would consider selling this card. But real talk, if you find people that own this card, they're not selling this shit. And nor will I when I get this card. I ain't ever going to sell this card. Fuck out my face with that. Even if you offer me a lot of money, unless you offer me multiple. Anyway, that's a whole different thing. What I'm trying to explain to you guys, once again, is as time goes on, this will get hard to buy. This is probably one of the rarest cards around that is accessible for now. It's not always going to be that way. All right, done with that rant. All right, hold on. Hopefully by this point of the video, a lot of people have left. because normally when people stick around, they're normally here and they go, no, V, what the fuck, V? But just hear me out for a hot fucking second. People say in the OCG players don't like Maxx C, right? OCG players don't like Maxx C, that's fine. How fucking long has that card been around the OCG? How many bans have they had and Maxx C has not been on it? Answer that question. Okay, good. So we know that it's going to probably be around for the foreseeable future in the OCG. Does it deserve to be hit? It's up to you. But the OCG evidently doesn't. Here in the TCG, we're about to get QCRs. More QCRs, of course. 25th anniversary, milking the cow's teat up into the 30th anniversary because Konami loves fucking just milking the player base for money. And they're going to do it. You have to be high out of your mind to think that that would be the greatest opportunity to release Maxx C. Think about it. If you own Maxx C Secret Rare, sell it. If you own Maxx C Ultra Rare, sell it. Super Rare, sell it. Gold Rare, do you fucking sell that trash? Come in, unload it. But if you own Ultra Rare Maxx C, you hold on to this shit. This is the juice. In fact, if you look over here, we'll get the current value for you guys watching this video. 390 bucks basically. I think, in my prediction, Konami is going to make QCR Maxx C and Super Rare and Secret Rare and all the other rarities. It is the perfect time to bring Maxx C to the player base in TCG right in time for Nationals. Do I think Fire's going to get hit? No. A lot of you players have to reevaluate the way to play the game. A lot. In fact, in my opinion, I think Crossout Designator is going to get hit before we think about any Fire deck getting hit. I know it's a crazy thing to say, but think about it. V, what Fire card should they hit? Think about it. Answer that question, because I already have the answer when you ask me that question. Simple. None. Why? Because Konami hasn't reprinted that shit yet. What I'm trying to explain to you guys is Konami is going to make something big and then reprint it, and then they're going to fucking hit it. Ask Zodiac players. They'll tell you. If you play in that format, you know already what's going to happen. It's inevitable. So, once again, is Fire going to get hit? Fuck no. That's Megaton stuff right there, bro. It's post-Nationals. Konami's getting their money, okay? So we know Fire's not going to get hit. And you're probably going, well, that sucks, V. I mean, Voices will get a boost, but Fire's still going to be better overall. And sure, I guess so. But what if Maxx C came onto the scene? That changes a lot. A crazy amount of things. Because a deck like Voices Voice is positioned to play Maxx C perfectly, number one. Number two, Maxx C getting a QCR, Secret Rare, Ultra Rare. You don't think Konami would do that? Of course they would. And when that happens, all the other versions of Maxx C tank, so you should sell them, in my opinion. And the Ultra Rare is the only one that I think has the biggest benefit. So once again, $390, Ultra Rare Maxx C will hit a price point of $500 minimal. That's cheap prices. I think when Maxx C gets a reprint, it's going to vindicate what I'm saying right now. And once that happens, we're going to be getting a ban list in which Maxx C will be at probably 3. I don't know if it'll go to 2. I don't know if it'll go to 1. Maxx C at 3, guns blazing. Now, think about it. Perspective players, voiceless. You're playing, you drop Maxx C against Fire players. Can you get full combo now? Oh yeah, you can definitely get full combo. Fire players, Maxx C. You ready? Can you play with your deck with Maxx C? Can you play a meta with Maxx C? Because in the OG, they've been doing it for years at this point. So once again, I do think Maxx C will come off the ban list. Last ban list, I don't think I talked about it. The ban list before I didn't talk about it as much. It's in my opinion, it is the perfect time to drop Maxx C for the reprint wise, in preparation for the Megaton reprints as well of the other Fire stuff, as well as Voices, by the way. I think this reprint set that's gonna release QCRs, I believe it's coming out in May. We're gonna hear spoilers, and on the spoilers, we're gonna get Maxx C. On the ban list, Maxx C is gonna be unlocked, and everyone's gonna now have to know how to play with Maxx C in the game. It's gonna be a massive boost for Voiceless. It's going to be a hit for Fire without hitting any other Fire cards. Will Fire be the best deck in the game? Yes, no doubt in my mind. But will it be as dominant as it is now? Fuck no. Voiceless actually would be good as well. And then when we get into reprint season, what do you think is going to happen? Once again, I'm not trying to like whatever. I'm giving this a lot of thought, and I think Maxx C come off the ban list. This is probably the greatest time for it to happen. I've always talked about it in the past, but I didn't have a line. The line is obviously reprints of Maxx C followed by a ban list, and it has to be near. Those two have to be together. And I think with the QCRs coming out, which is perfect by the way, because it kills all the values minus the Ultra Rare Maxx C, along with a ban list, Maxx C will come off the ban list. All I'm trying to tell you is, I don't care what you think about Maxx C. I really don't care. So please don't comment where you like I don't like Maxx C. It hurts me, V. I'm feeling like it hurts me. Right? Let me show you the doll. Let me get the doll out. I don't give a fuck, dude. Put it up your ass. What I'm trying to explain to you is Maxx C is eventually going to happen in TCG. If it was so toxic in the OC, they would have been gotten rid of it. They were just waiting for the right time in the TCG to reprint QCR Maxx Cs around the same time as a BANLIST. It's going to happen. Make peace with it. Like, my conviction on this is so, like, blunt. Now, I don't ultimate rare Maxx C, so I don't care about QCRs, but it's up to you whether you want to get the ultimate rares now, because I do think they're going to go up in value, but the QCRs will also have value as well. But any other copy of Maxx C, I think should sell online as soon as possible. Anyway, Paisano, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment down below. I got tons of great content coming out for you. It's your boy V, and you Paisanos have a great day.